All right, folks, this undoubtedly falls into the category of you just can't make this stuff up. And when God tells us that he's going to do something, he's always right about it. We're always wrong, unless we agree with God, of course. And the reality of it is, as impossible as it might seem to actually happen, when it does happen, it really shouldn't surprise us because God's word is always true. Now, when we get into the book of Ezekiel, and yes, I have been talking about Ezekiel quite a bit, we learn about Russia attacking Israel with a whole conglomerate of other nations, Iran, of course, being one of them. And when this attack takes place, one of the things that we learn is that Israel will be surprised by the attack because of the economic security that it has actually created as a result of all of these agreements and things that are going on. But what is even more interesting is the kingdom of Saudi Arabia will be one amongst the few nations that will actually object to the attack taking place, to the point where they will actually be saying, what in the world entered into your mind that you would actually do something this absolutely crazy? And so it's very interesting to me because when we look at this, listen, if we were talking about this even a month ago, not a month ago, but a year ago or 2 years ago, we would say, how in the world can this be? Saudi Arabia is not friendly towards the ideals and thoughts and actions towards Israel, right? Now, of course, we know that there was always sort of a underground kind of relationship, and probably closer to 4 years ago or 5 years ago, 2 years ago, we were beginning to see this begin to happen. And so now we are looking at this article. I'm looking at this article, and this is crazy. It's in allisrael.com, and the title of the article is, New Israeli Government Expects to Sign Peace Agreement with Saudis Within a Year. And where this is coming from is a credible source. Let me read this to you. It says, Israel's former United Nations ambassador, now a member of the incoming coalition, said that the new government will expand the Abraham Accords and sign a peace treaty with Saudi Arabia soon. We're not just talking about a normalization agreement. We are talking about a peace treaty, which there are some intricacies with the use of that particular term. It's very interesting. But notice what it says. This is his quote. He says, I expect we will see an agreement between Israel and Saudi Arabia this year. Now, of course, this is Ambassador Danny Danon. If you don't know who he is, pretty reputable person, right? And he's speaking at the first annual Abraham Accords Global Leadership Summit, which of course was held in Rome. We did a lot of coverage on that. We talked about it. And it says, Danon is a member of Israeli Prime Minister's designate Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud party. Of course, we've known that Danon has been a member of Likud for some time. And he goes on to say this. This is interesting. Here's his quote. I bring good news from Jerusalem. The new Israeli government's first priority will be to increase signatories to the Abraham Accords. Prime Minister Netanyahu's first state visit will be Abu Dhabi, and we hope that Riyadh will follow, which of course is something that we are not surprised to hear because we talked about that news item last week. But it is so interesting to see it move in this direction, and you know that we have to be running out of time because God is clearly setting the stage. I mean, Saudi Arabia and Israel being friends? Come on, folks. This shouldn't surprise us now, but a few years ago, it would have been a tremendous surprise. God always gets it right, and it's time to keep looking, folks. We need to keep our eyes open. We need to look up. Jesus is coming soon, and that should be our motivation to fight the good fight and to do the things which are right. Standing up for righteousness. We're running out of time, folks. Let's make sure the Lord finds us doing his work and working hard, contending in every area of life, politics, in the family life, everywhere, to glorify God because time's running out. God bless you guys.